answer them to the best of our ability. I'll toss the questions over to Guy, who is going to be our resident expert Hanzo main. Switching over to the Widow today.
There we go.
Yeah, we already got the tips for Hanzo. We got the tips for Soldier and Zarya. We got like that bonus tip from Zarya a little bit.
Yeah, last week we did Soldier, Hanzo. This is the third one, right?
Soldier, Hanzo, and now we're on Widowmaker.
Yeah, but we had that little extra Zarya action going on. But all right, so obviously you play Hanzo, gonna fill somewhat of a similar role to Widowmaker. What are the main differences between these two characters when you're actually jumping in and playing, Guy?
Well, when it comes down to it, is that it comes down to one is based off their damage and how their damage is being done. Well, actually, I would kind of say that's kind of like the same, because Hanzo, you have to draw his bow back, and the longer you draw his bow back, the more damage it's going to do, right? But also at the same time, Hanzo's weapon is more of a projectile, so Hanzo's probably going to do more damage. Actually, factual, he is going to do more damage than Widow, and Widow is more going to be hit scan. All right, so those bullets can go directly, exactly where you shoot them at. But also, she has that charge rate at the same time on her gun as well. And but that's gonna be the main two. But both of them still snipers and take a lot of skill to use, and you gotta be aware of other snipers that's gonna be looking at you just like that, trying to pick you off.
And so positioning-wise, as a sniper on this map, what are you trying to achieve? Where are you trying to be to actually be able to get those shots in?
Well, right here, that's actually, that's one of the main reasons I like Junkertown, especially for Widow herself, is because when you get over here, you have so many open sight lines and positions like this where you can just have so much fun sniping. You just have to be aware of other people out here trying to troll you.
Lucio coming in really quick, starts to get a few pokes in.
I need to hop on this because nobody else. There we go.
You knew he was coming though. That was like,
yeah. Whoa,
no, there we go. All right, guys warmed up now, getting that shot in there, gonna be able to get the snipe in. Actually going for the oh, you get that baby diva as soon as she pops out. Actually, she's still going.
Nah, yeah, she was full red. She was almost in there. I gotta get junk rack. But I gotta fuel up too at the same time, just because the fact is that we gotta get the juices going.
Yeah. So when you actually do get the juices flowing, right now you're obviously getting the shots in, but your ultimate is online right now.
Yeah.
But when do you like to use your ultimate as Widowmaker?
So when it comes down to using my ult as Widow, you gotta know when to be selfish with it and when not to be selfish, right? Depending on the situation, it's like, yo, do my team need this intel more than I do, Like, you might be coming out of spawn here, and you have your ult up, or you may be dead and your ult's up. Well, coming out of spawn and your ult's up, like, so by the time you use it and get to the action, it may be halfway gone, so you won't be able to really get the benefit of it. So, like, right now, I'm gonna pop it because it's the perfect time, and also at the same time, I know it's another sniper around trying to take care of. Ooh! Okay, see, she got scared, but she's getting these picks now. But so, especially in these situations when I have these 1v1 sniper fights, there we go, okay. Thank God she was worse than I am.
So you basically traded the ultimate out there, you're able to get the kill on the other sniper, which is going to allow you to shoot.
Yeah, also, yeah, you want to get those sight lines to your team. So I would say even in a pressure situation, if I'm coming out of spawn, I'm popping my ult right away, especially if it's a team fight that I think my team can still win, because they need as much intel as they can, even if I'm not there. Also, at the same time, as I'm running to the fight, I can be providing intel for things that they possibly do not see.
And you've been hanging out in this area for quite some time, but when you actually did get up there, one of the things is you actually used that grapple to get up. So when you are playing that Widow, nice, Red's going to come in to get you back in this fight here, and there's that grapple actually coming out right now, and that's some pretty interesting movement. So what are the keys? What are you looking for when you're actually using that grapple? How do you like to move around the map as Widowmaker?
So in the last update, they reduced the cooldown on her grapple, which was awesome, right? So now that gives me the opportunities to. That Reinhardt's an MVP right there. But that gives me an opportunity to get out of a bit more difficult situations because the cooldown was a lot longer. So, hold on, I gotta see where he's gonna land at. Is it on me?
Yeah, I can't even get over that Reinhardt right now, PogChamp.
But yeah, so when it comes down to this grapple, I want to get to those high advantageous positions. So getting those prime positions for me, so I can put in as much work as possible. But with you being Widowmaker and your health being so low, you're gonna have a lot of people like Doomfist trying to dive you every time and you pretty much take you out the game. So using your grapple in those situations, kind of dodge them and get yourself in a better position is gonna be key as well.
So with the reduced cooldown, you want to be using your grapple not only to get in position, but also
to
as
dodge
tool.
Moves, yes.
Yeah. Just and even if you want to stay in the fight, just to actually juke the other player out. So you're going to be using much more than before. Oh, this Lucio. This Lucio has been trolling all game. He was the same dude who popped up on the side, ran right into your gun last time around.
Yeah, nah, see, and you can't blame him, right? Because if I can't hit shots, then all he has to do is just, you know, pretty much poke me down there and just hop around. Because at that close range, you know, Widow, you can spray your guns. Your gun turns into automatic here, and you get a good amount of damage in. Also, you want to be able to set your trap in the proper position. So if I'm in a spot like this, that I know that I might get pushed eventually, I'm gonna put my trap here because that's gonna be my escape route.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that's gonna protect you if someone does try to sneak up behind you somewhat as well, because that will trigger. And there you can see you tried to actually move back to that trap. But that Lucio, man, he's out for blood. We have seen that Lucio moving up into you quite a few times.
All right, so right now we're gonna be in quick play. So as I said before, we can get those juices flowing.
Let's talk grappling and movement with Widowmaker.
Right now in the Facebook chat, I want to give a big shout out to Josh and James in the chat, and also Howard Johnson. If you guys want to send us any questions, we are paying attention and looking at them. But one of the other things we already talked about, your ultimate is charging back up now as well, and really want to take a look at. You mentioned, yeah, it's really important for you to actually be getting those sights.
Yeah.
Being able to. In the particular instance that we saw last time, you actually tried to use it to get those lines on the other sniper. But how important is that infra sight for your allies?
So it's gonna be prime for them. Anytime where you can get sights, right? Anytime where you can get any type of vision for your squad is gonna be big. And just because that's extra added intel that we possibly did not have before. So whenever you can get it, it's gonna 100% give your team an advantage. 9.5 out of 10 times.
9.5
out of 10 times. Also, another thing is with Widow, it's like if you guys were here last week when we did the soldier interview. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hop right into rank. Right, we're gonna put the rank on the line. We're gonna put the rank on the line. We're gonna hop right out and we're gonna do it because the simple fact is that.
You're just warming up.
In a proper situation, when we have the actual right team comps going on, I'm not going to be getting dived like that, and I'm not going to be in no crazy position. So I can actually show you guys how Widow's position is supposed to be in the back lines. You know what I'm saying? And we can see her, and I can use her to the best that I can. You know?
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm seeing in the chat right now that Devin Peters saying he's the best Symmetra in the world. Guy, are you scared to go up against Devin Peters right now, the best Symmetra in the world?
No, 1v1 right now. What's up?
Devin Peters.
Let's do it.
Devin Peters, I don't know what you're doing right now, but if you're not training Symmetra, boy, watch out, because Guy is going to be coming for you. But
Symmetra is one character where I have like low play time on her. Yeah. But she's so fun.
Do you remember, like, last time when we were actually playing, there was this one Symmetra that
was carrying the squad?
Yeah, just absolutely going through everyone on your team. It was nuts. There was that one time, like, I feel like you got pretty privy to her game quickly because you ran into a turret one time. You got melted. Then you knew they were there. You were looking out for them, but still, she was just absolutely carrying the team. Symmetra is really fun to play, and you get a good person on Symmetra, it can be pretty devastating. That's actually loading in here, guys.
Our team comp just went to trash, by the way.
Yeah, what just happened?
Well, so I'm gonna be that guy to auto lock Widow here in comp, okay?
You're doing something.
For instructional purposes. Yes. All right.
But then that guy.
And on the end.
Dude, that guy is you. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, no, I wouldn't do that.
Lordy is karma. For being a dirty Hanzo man. that is just karma right now. Lordy jumps in there, he sees the Widow get locked in, and he just goes, yo, I'm Hanzo. All right, yeah, this is something else.
He says, oh, you Widow? I'm Hanzo, what's up? Okay, we got no heals, no nothing, all right? So
ranked at its finest. Also Eddie White, when he saw that, he says Hanzo is greater than Widow.
This guy.
What?
Oh boy. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, yo, Hanzo is greater than Widow. Like, I'm not gonna disagree with you right there though, but today is all about Widow.
Yeah. Today's about Widow. So the big thing is though, is like, let's discuss the major differences. We already started diving into it, but a lot of it's gonna be their ultimate functions in a completely different way.
Yeah, the ultimate function is in a completely different way, but the main thing is one is projectile, one is hit scan. Yeah. So you have to play them differently, you have to lead their shots differently. Both characters are very mobile as well. But also, I was saying before, is that one thing is with her, just like we explained with Soldier, And all DPS is that you want to always be shooting. Okay. All right, come on. Can somebody else shoot the soldier that's half health back here? All right, yeah. Miss a shot. But
well, we already knew that you got gifted the best team in the entire face of the universe.
Nah, I really did. With all this damage,
double sniper.
With
DPS.
all this damage on the squad here, you would assume that we can get the soldier at half health. Okay.
Okay, so we have a question in the chat. This is from Paul Reddington. Do you have any tips on trying to get those headshots almost every time, like tracking movements for each hero? That was actually something we talked about last week, was when you're lining up shots, and this wasn't even, this was more when you're playing soldier, just every hero is going to have one of those deterministic movement patterns. Like, you know how a Tracer's going to move, you know how a Soldier's going to move, you know how a Winston's going to move, you know how a Reaper's going to move. So when you're actually playing on the snipers, how important is it to keep that in mind, guy, to actually lead your shots?
You know what? It's very important, Rich, because also you can't get flustered. Like, in these big team fights, you're going to have a lot of targets, a lot of moving targets. So you have to be able to just focus on one and keep that focus and don't get distracted. When all else fails, start focusing on those tanks and start busting those tanks down because they need some damage in them as well. And yeah, this junk rattle is...
Good.
Okay, we got it.
Good stuff, good stuff.
I'm like, all right, where's it coming from? I don't know where the rest of the squad is, but I know this Winston's going to die for me. There you go.
Another tip that I know we discussed, and you can see it right there, going in, getting that full charge before you actually do let the shot off. So unlike Hanzo, of course, with the projectiles, you do charge the shot and then try to lead it. With Widowmaker, you're going to charge up, and like you said, it's going to be a hit scan shot. But you do need to charge. Do you always want to hit that 100% mark, guy?
Yeah. I'm going for it. If you got like a weak target like this, like the Mercy that's in the air, sometimes you don't need that 100% target, right? You don't need that 100% charge on that. You just want to make sure you get the damage and hope that your teammates can possibly finish her off there. But for the most part, I am trying to get it. And once you take enough shots, right? You have to find your flow with them. Once you start taking enough shots here, you start to get the flow of that charge every time before you shoot, where you're not even looking at it on your screen. Like, I don't even look at it to know it's 100.
Yeah, you just know.
It's more of a sound thing, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, sound is really important.
It makes a distinct sound when it gets to 100.
Yeah, if you're playing on like speakers or something, I feel like that's like one of the first things that I always like when players are asking to get better. It's like, what's your setup like? And it's like, oh, I'm playing on, like, you find out that they're playing on speakers or something like that. It's gonna make it way harder for you. Try to use a headset. Sound's gonna be absolutely crucial. You'll actually be able to, as you play, even though you're not necessarily thinking about it, you'll just have such a good idea of what's going on around you, where people actually are on the map, when your abilities are coming off of cooldown. So I definitely do agree there. That's a pro tip that's going to translate to every character.
I didn't do jack nothing here, okay? We got a healer later on, so I'm happy about that, but I did jack nothing that round. So we got to make sure that this point right here, we're going to contribute more to the squad for education purposes. There we go.
There you go.
That's
That's
all we need.
Starting to drop some coins in the piggy bank here for the team. Mercy just pull up a res there too. Looks like on the other squad there's a second kill for you. Woo-wee! They pushed hard though. Man, that grapple felt kind of bad for a second there, but she still managed to get up.
So now this is the prime time, because I know this Winston, I don't want to shoot at him until he actually figure out where I am, because that's not a kill that I can pick up. Okay.
Still have your Ryan, but how much of the squad's still with you behind there? It looks like you're starting to have some people break in right now, getting another shot out.
He's gonna have to back up. We got a good headshot on him. He's gonna get res. Junkrat's gonna go down. Winston's not worried about us right now. We're gonna poke him down, help the squad out a little bit. Now he wants me. Oh, okay. Could drop a trap right there. Steal this health pack that we really don't need from our teammates. And let's get up here. Get a better position up. We missed out on that.
Ends up almost working out. You get the one shot in. Don't want to be too greedy, so you move back. Winston still goes down. Managed to clean up dinner with your team. I mean, that worked out much better there. I think your team may have switched some of their characters as well. So starting to have more of a well-rounded top. This Mercy's been really annoying.
Yeah.
Connor Clark says you cannot beat a good Winston. So this is going to go into one of the things I know you were talking about, and it's really beware of tanks as a Widow.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Winston is one of those tanks in particular that is really difficult to beat?
Yeah, Winston is probably like that main one. I feel like I have a better chance against, like, so if you're playing Widow, let's take in account Roadhog, Winston, D.Va, use those as examples. I think D.Va may be the easiest out those three to take care of. Well, now that she got her rockets, I actually got to take that back. Before, if she didn't have her rockets, she'd be a lot easier. Might have to go with Roadhog. It's going to be the easiest out of them because D.Va, shield defense matrix, hit you with those rockets. And the one thing is with defense matrix is that you just got to kind of like line up that shot, line up that headshot, and just hold it until that defense matrix is down. We're trying to get those shots in on the backside. But when it comes down to Winston, he's just charged on you. He's dropping the shield. You got to make sure you land a well-placed trap. He's already peppered up and he got a little bit of damage on him, and then you got to get that headshot.
So what is it about Winston in particular that does make him more difficult?
His gun is like auto aim. He doesn't really have to aim it, right? It's that electricity is gonna lock on you right off the jump.
Yeah.
So if he's close to you and based off how much health you got at the same time, it's over. And if he lands any melees in there, it's definitely over.
Okay.
Like you just need to hope that your teammates can get to you. You got enough space. Just try to bait him out. Like while he's thinking he's diving the back lines, like I already have a plan in place for him. Like see this? You know, I won't. Ain't much I can do about it right there. Like he's just being good and he's on top of it. I have to position myself closer to my teammates or further in the back line so that when he dives like that, while his cooldown is down, that we can pick him off, finish up that kill.
All right. So one of the main things that you really want to be paying attention to though is just all of the defensive characters and trying to get them down as quickly as possible.
Yeah, because that position right there is going to be key. Also, if you see. Oh, see, I don't know when I got a Reinhardt behind me, but I got a Reinhardt behind me. So this is going to be a prime time. Let's use this ult because we need it. All right, we need to make sure that he does not get res here. I think I heard a Junkrat ult.
Man, all things considered, with what we initially saw out of this team composition, it's looking pretty good right now. Like, team's coming together much more than I thought it would.
Yeah, we really are here.
All of a sudden, though, we are seeing some really strong plays coming out from the other team. Most of your team getting eliminated.
Yeah, and our Ryan just went down here. Check this out. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Gotta make this happen. We're gonna bring out this extra tank here for this last push. We got 20 seconds on the board. We're gonna go to Winston real quick.
All right, so also want to be taking a look, right now we do have a lot of people in the chat, so I want to give a shout out to Intuition111 and also Ryan Puckett inside of the chat. What is up, guys? Ooh, guy.
I'm so mad. Like, literally, like, we started getting kills at the end right there. I thought we were in overtime already. Okay.
How you feeling, though, going into the next round?
I'm feeling good because we're going to be on defense right here. We're not going to let them get past this first point.
Locking in that Widowmaker.
Locking in that Widowmaker for educational purposes.
This is the thing with your team, though. We see an instant lock on a Widowmaker, Doomfist, and Junkrat. Just no questions asked. No one even looking to maybe lock in. Like
no, and my team is actually happy. We got a lot of positivity going on because they were hella surprised. They were like, how the hell did we even make it that far with the team comp we had? Okay, so they already know.
Wait, they said that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can actually see it in chat right now. Wow.
You guys talk a bit about defensive characters and how that's what Widow's made to be made for it. Got to target those defensive characters.
Yeah. So what was the back half of that question? My fault.
Targeting the defensive characters.
Okay.
And how to target them because that's what Widow's made for.
Yeah, exactly. So now when it comes down to the rest of those guys like me, even though I know that this Winston's going to be one to harass me, right? So also another way is to get to him before he gets to you, right?
Yeah.
Let's take him out the equation. Let's make sure he's peppered up before he starts diving into my territory. So, I'm going to keep a trap right here on this back wall, okay? Because he's going to jump in eventually. But I'm going to make sure that when he jumps in, we already got one headshot clocked in on the board on him. And it's going to be an easier time for my squad. And if he wants to pocket that mercy along with him, if they both want to come up in here, hey, we welcome them. Okay, it's gonna be like the red wedding up in this thing. So try me if y'all want. Y'all
no spoilers, right?
Here, right?
No spoilers. No spoilers. So this time around, What do you guys want to do like a little bit differently? I can see, look, an Arisia coming out here.
Oh,
Do you like the Arisia pick?
I like the Arisa pick, especially here. I like her on defense. That's my girl. I've actually had a lot of fun playing it. So we got them peppered up right now. Oh, that Mercy's in the back. She's weak. The Fair is weak too. Okay. Oh, he hit me in the face with that rocket.
Look at this diva coming out of nowhere.
Oh.
Yeah. Get this
Good
diva.
call, Rich.
Diva going for a stroll in the park. Winston gonna jump on over, trying to engage as well. You see Baby Diva pop out of the mech. Mercy not gonna get anything with Guy looking at her, but there's the Winston. This is what we were talking about though, with Winston being so dangerous. You managed to come out way positive.
I thought I had him peppered up a little bit more there. Like I was so focused on that Diva, but we knew he was coming, and he's back. What's up, bro?
You get the few seconds.
Oh, I got the headshot. I got the headshot. This is over. If he jumps.
Oh, no!
Did I hit the shot?
No! Dude, I'm gonna be honest.
That with the trap, I wanted to like kill him and get my revenge there.
Skin and win, man. Skin and win. He is the superior skin. He wins every time.
But now he had to deal with my
Safari Winston, man. Every time.
He really is. He's just back here exploring.
Yeah.
Looking for tarantulas.
He's out here role playing.
Spider watching.
He's just stomping on spiders.
Okay,
all day
but like
long.
our new goal ain't even a win. It's just to kill Winston. Okay.
All right, that's it. If you get 5 kills on Winston, you win.
But you see how you use that, like so now with those other tanks, when you're in those high level positions like that. There we go. What's up?
You got some serious damage there. But you saw, even with those shots that you sunk in, only about a quarter of his health gone. He jumps right in. I mean, that's the strength of Winston.
And he dropped the shield. But what I was gonna say is that so depending on where you are, if somebody pushes you with Widow, fall, use the grapple, jump up, and then you projectile yourself in the air and try to get a shot off as you're floating down. So you have to use that as like a combo. But as Winston's been diving me, the rest of the squad has been doing pretty damn good. Can you see?
Yeah, I mean, like that's one of the things sometimes. Those dives, right here, because if Winston tries to dive you again, he's gonna jump right into it.
And you look at the team comp. Him on top of Diva are their main 2 tanks. Okay, they need him. So him jumping towards me is bad move. See, do it again. I dare you. Double dog dare you. Now I'm ready for you this time. That trap. I'm ready for you this time. Come on, where you running? Oh damn it, he had a I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like that dive, like those dive plays nicely. You can see how much, even against Winston. So Winston is somewhat good at shutting down those grapples when you do use them to try to get away. Nice shield comes down from him as well, throwing out that trap. But he's really good at closing with space. That's one of the things that's great about Winston.
Hit this
so
trap.
Shut down
Drop into the trap. Damn it.
And if he didn't have his ultimate, you probably would have been able to take him out.
No,
though.
he was 100% dead. But the whole squad is still holding it down as he's in the back line. Doomfish is putting in work.
Yeah, so we got Jason in the chat. He says, Blaze, I appreciate how you keep it positive, unlike a large majority of the community. You know, playing positive, man, it goes a long way to, I feel like you just win more if you're positive. Unless you're super negative. I feel like super negative can also be good. It's the extremes. You either want to be the most negative or the most positive person. Don't be in the middle. Make a decisive decision. Play how you play. Know your personality. No, I'm serious. There's sometimes I'll queue up and I'm just angry, you know?
Yeah.
And in comms just like, what was that? You know? But all of a sudden, like, we're just getting kills. Like, I'm getting kills. I'm just like, look at me! Look at me! Oh, wow. That's a hard shot to hit.
Oh.
Mercy got annoying.
There we go.
Got it.
Okay. I hit the...
And now Winston's gonna dive you again. Of course, this game is just like, it's just been playing itself out over and over again. Gonna use the ultimate there. You're doing a real nice job with those traps.
Where you going?
The monkey's behind you. Oh man. Alright, well, he's out of his ultimate.
Yeah.
I mean, Junkrat should be able to finish
But he's not on the point. So I'm just hoping we clear out everybody else to the point because he's so focused on me. But I appreciate the comment, and I'm happy I could make it a positive environment for you. But we took that free elo right there, okay? Even with the horrible team comp in the beginning, we came out on top, and we got that elo.
I will say, even though the comp was not
my fault, not elo, SR. We got the SR. We got the free SR from it.
So even with the composition maybe not being the best, or all right, let's be honest, definitely not being the best, the players are quite good. Like, you actually have a team of pretty competent players. We're seeing a few of them really step up time and time again.
Myself.
And you can see them doing work too. They saw the opening when the tank was actually diving onto you. Yeah, the tank's able to take you out pretty much every time. That's going to really reject a lot of the damage that you're going to be able to put out. But at the same time, their team didn't have that tank. They were relying on that diva, and your team could just cut through that as their only defense.
And we got to have an awesome educational session on how you get to deal with tanks. And we had a Winston just wanted to dive me every time because he knew I was an issue, which is fine. But he didn't understand his goals, okay, for his team being in that role. And the squad, we had an awesome Doomfist, and the squad was just able to make sure they took him out there. All right?
And that is one thing to note too. It's like it is a very situational thing. So like if you are a Winston player and you happen to be watching it, sometimes what that Winston was doing is clutch and absolutely the right play.
So if they had a Reinhardt in their squad, or maybe even an offensive Orisa there, okay? Just because like I feel like she's so good. If they would have had that, so they would have had enough pressure, enough defenses on that point that he could have jumped in, got me, jumped back to the point, did his thing. But I wasted so much of his time where the rest of my squad just prospered.
Yeah, exactly. It came out to be, even if you were only trading like 1-for-1 with each other, it comes out being a positive because the amount of pressure that your team
and like so. Also at the same time, if we were on a different map where he's diving me back there, like. I really didn't have too much height advantage right there on top of that building. It's a pretty short building compared to other structures on different maps. But if I had a higher vantage point, then I could have easily got to those good grapple points where he's gonna have to really hit his jump perfectly, or he can't do nothing.
Yeah. So I want to reiterate for anyone who's just tuning in too. Like Guy's been giving all of these tips coming in. If you actually are going to jump on and play Widowmaker, some of the key ones that we talked about already is actually using that grappling hook.
Yes.
Really use it as much as you can.
Use it in offensively, defensively, and really in the defensive part is just making sure offensively is putting yourself in great positions to get off those good shots and where you're in that safe spot. Then from a defensive point, making sure you set your trap right and using that grappling hook to dodge players as dive you, and also put yourself in a position, even fling yourself in the air, slingshot yourself up, and then try to get a shot off that's going to be difficult for them to hit.
Yeah, and as you do that and you move into that positioning, you really start to rack up those points. You're going to be able to get your ultimates off as well, and that was the other tip that Guy really did say pretty well, is just actually timing that infrared sight, and not only for yourself, but for your team overall, and really paying attention to that.
Yep, it is. Pro tip number one that's not on the sheet, making sure you tell everybody in all chat, good luck, have fun.
Staying positive.
Oh, right?
Tip number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right? They're about to get their butts kicked right now. We about to clap them up here.
So positive, it's negative.
At the same time, right? I'm so sarcastic, but they don't even know it.
It's like like after you're done the game and you I'm
gonna switch it up and tell my own team, let's kick their butts.
Let's kick booty. That's like you ever have the person after you lose to them, they whisper you and they're like, hey, good game. Would you mind if I give you a couple of tips? I'm not saying I would ever do that. I'm not saying I would ever do that. It's like, oh, look at this nice guy over here, right? Just killing us with positivity.
Yo. See, when I play with Guy, he just yells across the apartment to me, and I know I'm getting stabbed if I don't do my role.
No, that's true. Like it's like our relationship is over.
Already see
that shot in on him.
Coming out.
All right, now this is going to be an interesting match for Widow at the same time. It's going to be good as well, but a lot of height advantage, a lot of different spots. Oh, that was beautiful. Look at that Orisa pull. She's going to go for that. Oh, I missed that. Oh, he's not on our team.
He is not. Nice kill coming out, quickly being able to snap on.
All right, so now right here on Oasis, this spot right here, you can see him coming out of spawn. I'm gonna play a little trap on the side of that wall, okay? Oh, I saw her last minute. But so they're gonna have a Widow now because they're like, all right, let's usually play Widow for Widow, and that would be a counter to Widow, right? If an opposing team has a good Widow, you can also counter Widow as well. You just have to be ready to You know, you got to have confidence in taking those shots. You know, you're going to have to challenge them here and there.
Widow for Widow, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm going to counter your Widow by saying we have a player that's just straight up better.
Yeah.
So it is somewhat of a risk, and it shows a lot of confidence. But if you actually win by countering with the Widow, I mean, you're the better team straight up, or at least you have the better sniper. All right, see, they managed to collapse it on you. So other ways that you definitely can counter the Widow. We already saw Winston does a really good job of actually countering it, depending on.
So I will say that if you are Widow, the best way to do it is to attack first, right? Hunt her down. Don't wait for her to take a shot on you. Then you're trying to readjust and plan defensively, right? You're already a step behind in that battle. You have to look for her first and get that shot off if you're going to try to counter like that. Boom. I'm looking for it right away. Get that shot off. We're good.
Oh, finally, you managed to get that, close that one out. Looking at the Mercy now, but they are collapsing on you. Yeah,
okay.
And this is another thing. You actually do see that trap coming out there too, and Guy's been doing that a lot. He lays down that trap, so he has an exit strategy. Even though he does go down there, it still does trigger that trap. So very good plays there. Now you do have your ultimate. With
so I'm gonna use it for I'm gonna use it for the squad here because even though I probably could, we got 2 soldiers out there. They're gonna need as much intel as possible. But this is like I can't do nothing, right? Like I know my first look point is up here, but as he's peeking, I don't know. Oh, there's that one. What you doing, girl? You better chill out.
And that's why sometimes you don't want to counter Widow against Widow because you're going to be playing against Guy.
There's Winston. I'm gonna just take this height advantage right here on him, make sure I can just get out safely. He was distracted, but she got picked up.
And that infrared ended up working out real well. Now this Winston's gonna be annoying. See, I think that just if you can play the Winston sometimes.
Oh, outplayed. Let me fall another in though. Okay, I'll fall here. Okay, I'll go this way.
You thought you were coming back into it? You don't have enough time to actually charge out the shot there, and then ultimately gonna be taken down by Moo.
Okay.
Moo. Some dude is sitting at a computer somewhere mooing, just mooing it.
That's his thing.
Yeah, Jared says counter to Widow is Shields and Winston. Easy as that. Yeah, no, I totally do agree.
We like the last match. We just had a Winston diving us the entire time.
Yeah.
And we had a nice educational session over there on round 66.
Yeah. So
all right, so they want me to go. Okay, we did get a Reaper. I think they're gonna let me. Play Widow. Hey, I am rocking gold eliminations and damage, but could I be doing more? Yeah.
Wait, what's your team guys this time? Someone coming in on the Reaper now.
Yeah, the Reaper's gonna be a good pick here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Having a much more well balanced team.
Do I change here, or do I stay Widow?
I think you should stay Widow.
Okay.
We've been doing the Widow educational.
We've been doing good, right? We've been doing good.
You know, we covered the basics. We talked about grappling and movement, timing your infrared sight for your allies. We talked about waiting for the sniper to fully charge.
Play the game!
Targeting defensive characters and being aware of tanks.
Take play of the game right there on that.
But now we can actually kind of dive in and get those more advanced tips as we move through here and actually watch this game unfurl. And already, though, your team off to a pretty strong start.
So I know exactly where they're spawning. I'm going to put myself in a position to get a quick pick when they walk past this door. At least one's going to walk past that door. Boom.
Ooh.
Ooh, I see you.
Ooh. Ooh. That was for the Widow, too, man, and you shot first.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things where you just feel pretty bad,
I was gonna say, do I get a res? Yeah, she came back through, she got me. I was focused on the Zenyatta. I didn't think she was gonna come back through. But I'm back in action because Widow, her sight lines, like, I'm gonna always be in action.
Oh, bro. See, this is what we were saying about actually countering a Widow with a Widow. If your Widow is going to be the one to get the shots, like that Widow has stayed in the fight now and taken you down twice.
Also, her ult was up too. Like that's the other thing.
And that's how you got her down last time.
Yeah. So I like she had the like right now she probably knows exactly where I am. That's the big issue too. So every corner I come around, I got to see she's up here. What up, girl?
Ooh. You get the Mercy down now too. That'd be phenomenal. See some serious pressure coming out from that Winston though.
Thank you, Winston. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, finally having a Winston of your own feels really good. Sorry, he's not even charged yet.
Those headshots on these tanks help my squad.
There we go. There we go.
All right.
Now already you got your ultimate back, popping it right now. It's going to give the allies a sight line, and it's going to be able to shut down that Widowmaker who's over there on your flank. It looks like you do have one more offensive character who's got to push in.
Dude, why is she still alive? Did you not watch my teammate?
No, what?
Go back there and take care of
Oh,
her.
I didn't even see your teammate.
So my team.
I thought you still knew that she was like lurking.
No,
in the
I thought she
flank.
went. I literally thought she went back to the spine because like my teammate literally dived on top of her, and I'm like, all right, well I don't have to worry about her anymore.
That's a big kill for that squad. That is a really big kill for that squad because now they have the momentum.
Tearing me up. Like look at this shot. Look at this shot right here.
What's her?
look at this.
Rapio Cheetah? Yo, we need to hit up Rapio Cheetah and do Widowmaker Pro Tips with Rapio Cheetah.
Yo, like literally, this just got interesting. We got a match on our hands now, boy. We got a Widow 1v1 battle here.
Rapio Cheetah, the best Widow in the world against Guy Blaze, all around positive guy.
What's the strategy? It's Widow 101.
Get this, be quicker.
Yeah, the Widow 101 is definitely going to be, a lot of it's going to come down to as well, like actually finding those early sight lines, using that ultimate.
What up, girl?
Woo! Woo, nice shot,
It ain't about winning no more. It's about Widow versus Widow.
And the other thing that you talked about too is that first shot's going to be absolutely crucial. If you manage to win a gunfight where you didn't have that first shot on the Widowmaker, you feel really
I can't even change characters. It's about principle at this point. Like I gotta do this for the stream now. I can't let y'all down.
Put a shot into that diva though.
Yeah, no, I can't let y'all down. Let me see that.
Feels. Gotta find that Widow. Rapio Cheetah zooming around the map.
Oh, there she go.
Oh. She left the tag too. She left the tag. Ah! Bruh. She had some decent shots in there. Who'd you just pick up?
Damn it.
I didn't catch that one.
I had to focus on the Ziala, but that Widow died.
Move's been your kryptonite as well, though. Move's been getting some serious damage into you time and time again. I'm never going to forget that name.
Give us
That's a good one.
Give us this point. Right
I was
here.
casting a series not so long ago, and there was a dude named Hippo.
It's all about principle now. Like, we ain't going to go out. We ain't going to let her embarrass us like that on stream. I'm fired up now.
One more to go.
All right.
One more to go. We'll have to see what you can do against Rapio Cheetah. What if Rapio Cheetah goes off the Widow, though?
Rapid Cheetah.
Is it Rapid? I thought it was Rapio.
Yeah, no, it's Rapid.
It's Rapid Cheetah? Oh, that's
Rapid
way
Cheetah.
edgier. I like that. Rapid Cheetah.
And you look at it, you came in today with your, let me get one of these things on. Look at this.
I'm a Rapid Cheetah.
Look at this.
I'm a Rapid Cheetah.
Perfect timing.
I'm actually playing.
I'm
playing on my phone right now. That's me. I'm the Rapid Cheetah. Watch out.
He got those yabba dabba doo ones on. Okay.
You the yabba dabba one. Oh man. All right, let's see if Rapid Cheetah can get in place though before you. Dude, this team has come together though. I want to see you guys in the OWL. Ooh!
She almost got it.
Oh, that was.
Watch the bullet just barely miss her face. If she didn't crouch, I kill her.
Yeah.
She doesn't crouch, I kill her. That's
You
fact.
think? I don't know. That Tracer's lined up pretty well. But that's another thing that you see with the Widow
Yeah, I
too.
don't got a squad here, so I know we're gonna have some people overextending. The question is just from which direction.
Well, when we talk about those counters as well, that looks like that direction. Tracer coming in again. When we talk about the counters, obviously like the shields and the tanky character is going to be really important in that. But also, it seems like anything that can die can also really do work. Zooming up there. Oh man, this guy's a live lord. We're seeing this diva just live forever. I think I saw the baby diva pop out there finally. Tracer coming back, looking for more blood.
You know what?
And that dive is absolutely huge. Oh no, you have an angered guy, Blaze.
Angry guy.
He's going over to the soldier. And we've already seen Guy on soldier, and he was pretty nasty on it. Actually, I think out of all the characters you've seen you play, I know that you're a Hanzo main. I know you have like a whole credo around Hanzo, but I do think soldier's your best character. I think you just look the best on soldier. Ooh, the whole team. The Helix Rocket about to come back off cooldown as well, finishing 1. You see the Zarya bubbles popping out. You got the ultimate now to support you guys. Looks like you should be able to win this one. The rest comes out, guys able to take him down without a problem. Taking in some serious shots. You get the Helix Rocket again. You can engage with that. Whoa, did you have 2 divas put out their ultimates there?
Yeah, they blew out 3 ults right there. We're fine. We're going to have our ult coming in here. We're going to stop this on 99, and we're going to win this damn game.
Let's do it. You got to do the full reverse sweep right now. 80% for the red team, blue team with 0%. Mercy up in the air. Guy getting the first shots in. We see that Mercy just zooming around, getting back behind the wall. Guy not going to be able to finish her off here. Now putting some shots into that Tracer, and it looks like she's going to get that Zarya Bubble Reaper once again going to be taken down. And here comes the Tactical Visor! You're going to be able to stop it at 99%, man. We're at 98 right now. We're in overtime at 99. Let's see if they can manage to hold this for a full 100%. There are some members of the red team still up. They are holding. It looks like they may be able to close this one out. Just 2 members of the blue team still up. Zenyatta.
Get that Zenyatta and Diva. Thank you. Shimada. My brother.
Get back in there.
Yeah, so now all of a sudden, you're back in this. Ultimates are going to be absolutely key.
Yo, this is for the stream. We are not losing this today. We don't got time.
Dude, that Zenyatta ult from the other team going to be really nasty. Some nice pressure coming in from that Junkrat. All of a sudden, oh, that is Rapid Cheetah is no more. Whoa, I didn't even notice that Rapid Cheetah was the Tracer that got you down. Rapid Cheetah just hates you.
Rapid Cheetah is out for Guy Blaze.
Rapid Cheetah doing some serious work here.
See?
Now, oh man, are you guys going to be able to hold it? We see that they haven't been able to get back in yet, but they're definitely just sitting there waiting, trying to get their ultimates back online, waiting to come in as a full team. Rapid Cheetah going to try to get back in here, zooms behind Guy, gets some serious pressure in, and drops the ultimate, but you trade out. You trade out, and that's going to cost ultimately the ultimate from Rapid Cheetah. So now they're not going to have that a little bit later on. And that's a huge ultimate when people are clustered up on top of the point. So I don't feel too bad about that. You're going to be able to use your sprint. Obviously, we will see the Tracer be able to get back pretty quick as well. Quite a few members of the opposing team able to crash in. Mercy up in the air, trying to get the spray damage in. Zarya going to be tanking for the entire squad. You're getting shots. That was a really well-placed ultimate, and that's going to be
If I didn't die from that Tracer bomb,
it could have been a whole different thing.
I was literally probably about 5 feet away from not dying by the splash damage.
All right, well, I will say you learned a whole bunch about actually playing on the Widowmaker from Guy today, but the most important thing to happen during this stream, a rivalry was born. Guy Blaze versus Rapid Cheetah.
No, that was her.
Who got popped?
That was the big bang right there with that Graviton and that Devo.
Rapid Cheetah, if you're watching, I need to know your Twitter. I want to follow you. You're my new idol. Heroes were born today. I hope you got some legendaries in your loot box. I hope whoever's in your house right now just made you a sandwich to celebrate. You took down Guy Blaze with fury.
He was almost quicker than me, but not just. I think we went even between those 2 rounds of Widow versus Widow we played before he switched it up to Tracer because he was a punk.
I'm a huge fan of that punk though.
He don't want to keep the matchup though. But folks, it's been an awesome day. We've had fun. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do next week. Hey, let us know what characters you want to see so far.
Well, we got Junkrat coming next week per chat request.
Okay, Junkrat it is. Junkrat's gonna be fun. Okay, guys. Next Let's Play is gonna be Junkrat, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. So until we see you guys next time, I'm Guy Blaze, this is Rich Campbell, and peace out.
Zip.